Alright, well, this is going and gets burned. I'm gonna get some lead together. I got the lead that I have in my little crucible, little fire extinguisher. These are the most interesting ones because this is just lead, and the other wheel weights, they have little metal clasps on them, and they are made of iron. They will float to the top because lead is heavier. That's just very handy. Whenever I'm doing zinc, which I have a full big bucket full of here, zinc is lighter than the iron, and they also have the iron clips, and the iron clips will sink to the bottom. They will sink in the zinc. But yeah, lead is a lot easier. I have some stuff left, and unfortunately it's all different stuff. Usually when it's all like rusted brown, you can tell that it's iron. I always like scrape a bit on the floor, make sure that it is iron. And you can also check if it's magnetic, of course. And if it's magnetic, then you're kind of sure it's iron. And yeah, I got this bucket at the car tire repair thingy. This is a piece of plastic, so not useful. These, on the other hand, is that ZN. That's the chemical number for, or the chemical code for zinc. They do have a bit of a stick layer, which you can actually just burn off by tossing them in the crucible. You could take that off in advance, but it's going to be a lot of work. So these I keep separate because these don't have the irons, and these do. So, and there might also be, oh, this is just an empty clip, useless. The ZN, so with the zinc. And there can also be some lead ones, another empty clip. This guy screwed me. He said, oh, just take this little bucket, it's all I have. Well, it was free, so that's good. Oh, big one, zinc. And I think this one might be lead, slightly heavier, and you can kind of tell when scraping it on the floor. Doesn't make the high-pitched sound, and it degrades easily. I usually take a pair of snips or pliers and just cut into them, and if they fall like butter, or it's like, you can also hear by tapping. There's like not much sound. And if you take a zinc one, okay, different sound. You can kind of tell this is lead. So that's good. In with the lead. These zinc ones go back there. So just sorting a few of these and turn them into some fish weights, some fish lead. More of the zinc stuff. Oh, and my foundry is starting to smoke. Time to turn on the hair dryer. Oh, wait. Why is that not working? I'm going to science the F out of this. Oh, this is handy with one hand. Hey, it works! I'm a genius! There we go. Nice. So just wait until that's nice and hot, and then get the lead in there. Probably don't have to make it that hot because lead melts at 327 and like a half degrees Celsius or something like that. Like if you go for 330, it will be okay. It's like half of aluminum. Aluminum goes at 660 and lead at 330. If you keep that in mind, then you'll be fine. A lot more zinc things with all this rubber in between. You're not gonna be finding that much lead if you collect wheel weights. Could be some in there, but like I said, this is all the lead I got out of the 2 full buckets of wheel weights, and this big bucket is the zinc. And then I have a huge bucket of the iron, which I cannot melt because iron melts at like 1400, 1500 degrees somewhere. Oh, that's sounding good. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Focus. ZN, more zinc. And more zinc. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep sorting this until I get through this little bucket, and then by that time the fire should be hot enough to melt all this stuff, and I'll get back to you when I put it in. Also, when sorting wheel weights, prepare to get your hands dirty. Or use some gloves or whatever. Well, I think I got like 5 or 6 extra lead ones out of it. Can I get some light in here? Yeah, so it's filled to about 1/3, maybe half. This is a small 1 kilogram fire extinguisher, which I only use for lead. So this will probably work for some time. I'm not going to be using it for aluminum or other stuff, because then I'll probably just burn through it at some point. And well, the fire has been going well. Oh, that's hot. So let's turn off the hair dryer, because that should be hot enough for now. And get the lid off. Is that hot already? Nope, not yet. Good. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. Probably not. I'll get back to you in a bit. Alright, there we go. Nice and hot. So let's put that somewhere in the middle. Hope that'll work. Oh, that looks nice and orange. Now, stand in the middle there, somewhere. And now we wait, kind of. Add a few more briquettes. Almost out. There we go. Maybe I'll turn on the blow dryer for a little bit more. God. I don't think I actually need the lid on there. There we go. Back on. And now we wait until the whole lot melts. And I'll be doing the zinc in another video. So, get back to you when everything is melted. And there we go. A nice molten pile of lead with a lot of crap on top. So, let's get this thing out. There we go. Oh, it's not even filled for like 2 centimeters. Oh, I forgot my slag tray. Hold on. Alright, Time to go fishing. There we go. There's a lot of crap in there. It's a good thing everything floats to the top. There's a lot of them. Let's make this a bit quicker, I guess, otherwise it's gonna solidify again. There we go. Filming and doing this stuff at the same time is somewhat difficult, but I hope you get the idea. I'll probably cut some of these bits out when I get video editing software. Oh, sparks. Oop. There's actually stuff on the bottom, I think. A lot of dust floats on. Weird yellowish crap. Yeah, I'm making a mess. Come here. Well, this is about as clean as I can get it. Something is in there, I'm not sure what. Or it's just solidifying. Oh, I think it's solidifying already. Let's just put it back in for a little bit. Oh, I should have worn gloves. Oh, good thing the blow dryer isn't on now. Ooh, that's hot. Let's give that a bit. Get this out of the way. Right. So let's preheat my mold. There we go. Told you, fish lead. On this case, lead fish. Made out of copper, so not very handy for pouring copper. Let's heat that up a bit. Da, 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 da. Now we wait a bit. Alright, time to pour. Let's see if I can film and pour at the same time. Well, what do you know? Completely full in one pour. And all the Dren stayed behind. Oh yeah, this wasn't bad. Now, ooh, it's almost dripping over. I'm not gonna touch it though, because mold is hot, lead is hot, and I might spill. So let's wait for this. Maybe I can. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's already solidifying. Should have done that earlier. Anywho, this is a nice fish. So yeah, no fishing weights, but a lead fish instead of fishing lead. I'm gonna give this a bit to harden, and then I'm gonna see if I can drop it out and quench it. Okay, now this should have solidified long enough. Let me try to get this here, because probably still hot, and see if I can. Ooh. Yep, that worked. Well, fish gotta swim, they say. Let's see if it will come out. Oh, and it came out very nicely. Well, mold is unscathed, of course. It's copper, I think. Got it on a flea market for like €1. I thought, nah, it's a nice thing. I was initially looking to get a lot of cheap copper and brass from flea markets, maybe some tin. But then I ran into this thing and I thought, nah, let's make some fishing lead. Or lead fish, I mean. Let's see how this came out. Oh, heavy fish. Oh, it's got some spots here and there. Yeah, but that is a nice lead fish. So this will go in with the lead ingots. I've noticed that the wheel weights lead is a lot more grayish. I had some roofing lead that turned out all bluish and purplish and stuff, and I had some lead from acid lead batteries, and that was also slightly different colored. So I'm guessing they use different grades of lead in all kinds of things. I mean, for wheel weights, it just has to be weight, so quality is probably not an issue. Well, this was a nice little project. I'll see you on the next one.